everyone, welcome to my channel. Street Punisher here. About to wash my car so that I can do an awesome review for you guys. I figured why not make a video on how to properly wash your car. So here we go. I got all my products lined up: tire cleaner, leather cleaner, interior cleaner and protector, wax, tire shine, and car wash. And the important thing I wanted to highlight is the use of 2 buckets. This is very important to prevent swirls and scratches on your car. So we have one with just water and soap, and then this one is actually filled with warm water, and it's got this little filter on the bottom. So what you do is after you wipe down the car and you want to come refill for more soap, you wash it in this one first, and it takes all the dirt out of the sponge here. It will take all the dirt out of the sponge because it's warm water. It'll make it expand and all the dirt will come out. And you dip it again in here and you start scrubbing down the car again. And doing this method will really help you prevent getting swirl marks. On my last car that I had, the black supercharged Camaro, was riddled with swirl marks everywhere because I washed it incorrectly. So here we go. I know it's hard to tell in the video, but this is before I washed the car. There's actually a lot of brake dust all over the car. These brakes have 8 brake pads on each caliper. So it's 8 piston brake pads. And so these brakes send brake dust all over the car everywhere. See, when I go close in, you can see it everywhere. There's brake dust all over the car. Anyway, I'm gonna wash that and then I'll show you the after video when the RS3 is all cleaned up. Let's go. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do before we wipe down the car is obviously rinse it, and then we'll start scrubbing. The first thing I'm gonna do is wet up this sponge, just get rid of any dust and particles that might cause swirl marks or scratches. Get it nice and wet, wring it out. All right, now like I said, the gray bucket is full of warm water, and that will help the fibers to expand and get rid of any dirt or dust particles that are in there. So let's do that before we do anything. There we go. Scrub it on the little filter at the bottom. And now this thing will be nice and clean and ready to scrub the car. So we'll put it in there, and now let's rinse the car. I like to, when I'm rinsing the car, I don't like the jet to be too powerful because I did that before with an old car, the Civic, a long time ago, and the jet was so powerful that I ripped off some of the paint. So, be very gentle with your car when you're washing it, especially a beautiful RS3 like this. Get it nice and wet. That's what she said. Pretty well. Now what we want to do is get a good amount of soap and scrub all the brake dust and dirt and debris off the car in a safe way with as much soap as possible. The more soap you have, the more lubrication you have, the less friction you have, the less scratches you will have. Many people don't wash the cars correctly and end up getting a lot of swirl marks, especially if you have a black car. You really have to do this. So you need 2 buckets and you need a filter. Let me show you again. You need this filter right here in 1 bucket to trap all the dust. All right, so what I like to do, I start from one end of the car and work section by section, making sure every time I redip for more soap, I first dip it in the warm water to get rid of any dust. And then I dip it in the soap again to get more soap and a fresh, clean sponge, whatever you call these things. And I got lots of lubrication. I'm not gonna scratch anything. As long as I make sure I got a lot of soap and I keep filtering it through the warm water. That warm water makes the fibers expand, okay? And the dust gets all trapped under that little filter. So every now and then I have to keep coming back, getting rid of the dust in the sponge, and any dirt and debris in the sponge, and then re-dipping it for more soap, get as much lubrication as possible, and continue to clean the car. All right, so I'll do this first side of the car here. I won't do the whole thing so the video's not drawn out and too boring, but watch the end result when I'm done. No scratches. And all the dirt and all the brake dust will be gone. On the sections where there's a lot of brake dust, I'm going to spend a little more time and add a little more soap, because remember, more lubrication means less scratches, and soap is lubrication for cars, for car paint. We want a lot. There's a lot of brake dust right here. So these RS3s, if you know, the front brakes are massive. We got 14-inch rotors and 8 piston brake calipers that have 8. Each front brake here has 8 pads. And I realize if you drive like me and do a lot of heavy braking, man, this car sends brake dust all over the side of the car. It's like there's brake dust everywhere. That's one thing people don't talk about in reviews on YouTube. So I'm about to do a review after I clean the car here, and I'm gonna tell you guys everything about this car. All right, almost done this side here. Remember, dip it in the warm water first. Get rid of all that dirt, all that brake dust. In the warm water, fibers will expand. Get rid of the dirt, squeeze it out of there. Get lots of lubrication, lots of soap, and continue to cook. So after I do the side, now I'm just gonna rinse it, and then I'll work on another section of the car. Maybe the other side, maybe the top a little more. But I'm just gonna go through everything again, make sure I got everything. There's a lot of spots where this brake dust is. There's a lot. Just wanna make sure you got all that. All right. Now look, there's some brake dust all the way back here. Holy shit. There's brake dust all the way back here from the front calipers. Audi really need to make some brake pads that don't shed so much brake dust, man. It's literally all over the car. All right, back in the warm water, the sponge goes. And now we're gonna rinse this section of the car before we move on to the next section. Michael Jackson soap hand here. So I always spend extra time rinsing because there could still be little dirt, little debris on the car. The extra rinse will get rid of it. So I love the gray color, this Nardo gray. It hides imperfections, and it like always looks clean. Before I zoomed in there when I first showed you the first step, I bet it didn't look that dirty, but it was. And now when it's actually clean, it's going to look even more spectacular. All right, so I'll pause the video there. Next video, I'm gonna clean the rest of the car the same way I just did, and the next clip I'll get into the wheel cleaning, and then we'll get into the interior after. All scrubbed down and rinsed. I got this brand new chamois towel, drying towel. I like these better than chamois actually. I never liked chamois, but these things are great. I highly recommend them. A towel, and what I do is very simple. I hold it like this. I go from one end of the car to the other. I don't do circular motions because that causes swirl marks. So I just kind of drag it from one end to the other. This towel is really good, by the way. It's absorbing all the water. But look, I almost have half the car dry, just like that. You get a really good towel, drying towel, like this one. Look at that, half the car almost dry. No swirl marks. Beautiful. You guys want to pay me to wash your car? $100, I'll do it for you. So see, I'll show you how I do one side of the car. Very simple. Doesn't require a lot of effort. I've only been here for about 10 minutes. I'm scrubbing the car. I'm almost done. then we will clean the wheels and the tires, and then the interior. That would be a full cleaning of the RS3. And I just realized this is my first time I'm actually hand washing the car. I brought it to a touchless coin car wash, which was okay. The car was still kind of clean. I was just rinsing off some dirt and stuff, brake dust. This time it was really dirty, so I had to give it proper wash. So drying towel, this thing absorbs a ridiculous amount of water. So one thing I'm going to do is, there's still a little bit of brake dust really stuck to the car. I got detailer and microfiber towels. I'll spray a lot of detailer on here. Get rid of any additional imperfections. And then I'm going to wax it. One day I'll get ceramic coating, which I had on my Camaro. But this one doesn't have it. So I'm going to wax it after I detail it. But I'm doing a full cleaning here. Proper way to wash your car. Okay? There's other professionals out there. Like, I'm not a professional, but I'm a car enthusiast. I've been doing this a long time. If there's anything you could recommend, please do. I'm open to criticism and, you know, good advice. There you go. Look, I did half the car just like that with an awesome drying towel. And so, no, I can tell the paint is beautiful. I didn't cause any swirl marks. Now I'm going to do the other half of the car just like that. 5 minutes. And dry it. Look at that. Done. So, one mistake I always used to make when cleaning the wheels and tires is that I would clean the rim, clean the rim, spray it nice and nice, make it shiny. And then I would spray tire shine on the car, on the tire. And when you do that, the tire shine then goes all over the rim, and it goes all over the paint, and it looks messy. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to dry all the water off the tire, which will give the rim, the wheels, some time to dry. And what I'm going to do is first, after I dry all the tires, is spray tire shine on the tires. Let that dry up, get the tires all nice and shiny. The tires will be shiny, and there'll be tire shine all over the wheels, which is okay because they're still dirty. And then once the tire shine dries off and the tires are all shiny, I'm going to go in and meticulously and very safely clean the wheels. With a lot of stuff out there for tire shine, I like using the simple stuff. Just spray it on the tire and let it do its work, because it's a very messy job. You got those things where you have a sponge and you spray it on the sponge and wipe it down. Your hands get black, you get it on your clothes, you end up touching the car, it goes over the car. I like this. I don't get dirty, the car doesn't get dirty. It's very simple. So I don't want to hold it too far away because it's going to go everywhere. Try to hold it close to the tires. Do a section at a time. And if you get some on the rim, no big deal, because we're still going to clean the rim when we're done here. I just want to make sure you get a nice coat. I want these tires to be nice and wet, shiny. That's what makes the car look good. Other side, nice and close. Try not to get it on the paint because it's like greasy. You can do that by staying a couple of 2 or 3 inches away from the tire. Make these tires nice and shiny. And then we'll clean the rims. And then we'll clean the interior. Get this car as clean as possible. Now it's time to clean the wheels. And I always use a microfiber. When touching the paint, when touching the wheels, I always use microfiber. I got tire wheel cleaner, heavy duty wheel cleaner and protectant. That will help get rid of brake dust. Use these instead of, don't use dish soap. I know a lot of people out there, you wash your cars with dish soap. I don't get it. Don't use dish soap. For your wheels, you need wheel cleaner because it has a special formula to get rid of the brake dust. It's a big problem with my car. I got brake dust everywhere. So I'm just gonna spray the hell out of it and wipe it down, basically, with a microfiber towel. And I'm gonna do that for every wheel. This is gonna take a while. So I'll show you one wheel. So I have this thing right here. wheel cleaner. Helps you get deep in there and clean the inside barrel of the wheel. So when I'm spraying this cleaner, I'm going to be very generous. I'm going to spray it also on the inside of the barrel of the wheel. There you go. Get a nice even coat everywhere. And if you really want your car to look good, you got to take your time. You got to take your time with cleaning it. Get every little, be really detailed. There's people that pay a lot of money for people to clean their cars like this, but you can do it yourself, man. You can do it yourself if you know what you're doing. Just gotta be generous with that wheel cleaner. Now the hard part. We gotta scrub everything down. I'm gonna scrub the inside, get that dirt nice and loose, all that brake dust. Clean the caliper, nice and nice. Caliper needs to be clean too. That will also get covered in brake dust. Clean you need one of these, if you have beautiful calipers like I do on this RS3, clean them, man. It looks good. Clean calipers look good, man. I'd be surprised how many people don't wash their cars correctly. I was one of those people with the Camaro. And my God, I had swirl marks everywhere. So I'm only using this for the inside of the barrel, not the outside. Alright, so now I'm going to start cleaning the outside with the microfiber towel. If you're wondering about the inside, I'm going to use a different towel for that because I don't want the microfiber towel to get too dirty and messed up. The inside of the barrel, to me, it's not too important. It's all black on these wheels, so I'm not worried about little imperfections on the inside of the barrel, but on the outside, like I'm wiping now, I'm using microfiber towel because I want these to be as perfect as possible. I bought this car used, so these rims came with a little bit of damage on them, which I plan to get fixed. It's not that bad. Or if I can find the perfect set of wheels for my car, I'll buy them. But at this point I can't. I want wheels that have the same specs as the stock wheels, but I want it to be lighter. And the reason I want that is because I want it to work correctly with the suspension of the car. I have the Sport Tune fixed suspension of the Sport package on this car from Audi, and it's amazing. And I just want to keep it going as long as possible, keep it working as long as possible. So that side of the wheel is nice and clean. I'm just going to get some towels now in the inside of the old rags here. I'm going to reach in and wipe down the inner barrel. The cleaner's been sitting in here for a while, so it is. It's collected it's loosened up all the dirt. And just absorbing it in these ugly towels. Now the inside of the barrel and the outside will match. The calipers will be nice and, well, they'll be cleaner. I'm not going to spend too much time on the calipers, but I mean, I scrubbed them down pretty good with that brush. And now I'm just drying it off a little bit, making it nice and shiny. I mean, it's looking pretty good. Not as bad as before, that's for sure. So I'm spending more time on the caliper because it pops. You know, people look at this stuff. I look at this. I look at this. So, you know, I'm a car enthusiast. I love when my car looks good, when it's clean. I'm going cruising, people stare, I stare. You know, every time I walk away from this car, looking at it. It's such a beautiful car, man. Look at it. Do a full walk around of it after it's all clean. Now look at that wheel. Oh, cut myself a little bit on the rotor. It's okay. You gotta be careful when you do this stuff. But all right. So I'll do a walk around after. I'll do a close up of the wheels. But this wheel is pretty damn clean, man. Yeah. Look at that. All right. So I'm gonna do the other three wheels. And then we're going to spray detailer on the paint now that it's all dry. Wipe it down very gently with a microfiber towel. I'm gonna wax it, and then we're going to vacuum and clean the interior. All right, so got the wheels all cleaned up. Calipers clean, looking good. Now, I just picked this car up like 2 weeks ago, so I don't think I need to wax it because they detailed the hell out of it. I'm just gonna spray it with detailer now and get it nice and shiny, and then we'll move on. All Alright, so now I'm going to detail the car. I'm actually using a detailer that has wax in it. Incredible shine without residue. I won't tell the brand because that's YouTube. I don't know what will happen. But alright, so I got a fresh microfiber towel. I always use new ones. I actually get them from, there's a dollar store around here that sells microfiber towels. They're perfect. And I buy a whole bunch of them. And every time I wash the car, I use brand new ones. I don't reuse them. So I'm gonna start with one section at a time. Let's go, one section at a time. Spray is working. Come on. Go, and then wipe it down. I'll come back to the windows with Windex after. But for now, I'm detailing and waxing at the same time. I think it should be fine. 100% sure it should be fine. This part is nice and shiny now. I'm just going to do one section at a time, take my time. Because I'm going to do a review on my RS3 for the first time. It's my first time washing it. Amazing condition. They detailed it right before selling it to me at the Audi dealership I bought this from. And they got rid of all the imperfections and polished the hell out of it. So this, what I'm doing now, is going to be super easy because the car's already detailed. I just got rid of all the brake dust and dirt. And so this is just going to give it extra shine and protection from more brake dust and dirt when I start driving. Alright, so one section at a time. I did the back left half of the car and trunk. I'm going to move to the quarter panel. Keep track of all this stuff as you, like which sections you've done, what sections you haven't done. So I'm just doing one section at a time. Now I'm doing the quarter panel. And again, I don't like to do circular motions because that has been known to cause swirl marks. So I go back and forth, detailing the car until I see no streaks and I see nothing but shine and I see my ugly reflection in the car. That. It's shiny, detailing the car. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of the car like that. I won't make this video too... Alright, so I just finished detailing the car. I washed it the proper way. I cleaned the wheels the proper way, and then I detailed the car the proper way with brand new microfiber towels. So now you can see how clean the RS3 is. Then I'll move on to the interior. But check it out. It's spotless now. Holy, look at that. When you clean it properly, this is the reward. Remember all that brake dust that was right there? Look, it's all gone now. Nice and clean. Spotless. You can see my reflection perfectly. Hello. All right. Full walk around the clean RS3. Oh, man, that's shiny. That's shiny. Look at that. Very clean. Everything's clean. Oops. Very nice. All right, so the outside is clean now. Let's move on to the interior. The beautiful interior. Hi. All right, so now we're gonna clean before I get to the dash and all the carbon fiber pieces and the plastic pieces, I'm going to clean the leather. So I got leather cleaner and protector, safe to use on any leather. Deep cleaning. So I'm going to clean my seats first, and then I'm going to get to all, so you see over here is all dirty, at the bottom, the dash. I'm going to clean everything. The microfiber towel, brand new one. So I don't like to spray it directly on because it will start to pool and stuff. So I'm going to properly soak the microfiber towel, and I'm going to carefully wipe down these beautiful seats, leather seats. Make sure not to get any on the Alcantara because you need a different kind of cleaner for that. Right now, I'm just cleaning the leather to make it a little bit more shiny. Very nice. can vacuum it after. It doesn't matter when you vacuum, I don't care. Right now, I want the leather to get nice and shiny. We'll vacuum it after. Oh yeah, that looks good. This one. Now I'll do the other side. So again, spray down the towel, get it nice and moist, and wipe down the interior, wipe down the leather. It's going to be nice and shiny, nice and clean. Previous owners, butt stains, be all gone. I'm sure that the dealer, I bought this from an Audi dealer, so I'm sure they cleaned it before giving it to me, but you never know. This dirty butt was sitting in here. It's nice and clean now. Alright, now I'm gonna do the back. Alright, so the back seats are kind of dirty because, I don't know, got some people in here with dirty butts, dirty pants, I don't know. How the frick did these get dirty? Anyway, I am cleaning the interior, making it nice and shiny and spotless. So now, like I said, I like to take my time when I'm cleaning my car because it just feels good when you're driving it after. Everything's clean, clean, clean. People notice this, you know. Very nice. Leather cleaner, protectant. Look, brand new again. All right. There we go. Very nice. Other side. Oops. Okay, so I sprayed some there because there's some stains in here. I don't know what the hell they're from. But I wanted a little extra moisture here to get rid of the stain, and it's gone. Nice. I'll do some close-ups of the interior after everything dries. But this is how you properly clean your car, buddy. Everything. The paint, the wheels, the tires, the leather, the dash, and the floor. We're doing everything. Everything in this video. All right, now that I've cleaned the leather, I bought this cool car vacuum. It doesn't need to be recharged. It's a wet and dry vacuum. Now all I need to do every time I use it is plug it into the car. See that? We're gonna plug it in, and we're gonna vacuum. All right, so I'm gonna vacuum the car, even though it's not that dirty. I'm gonna get rid of any little specks of dust. I'm gonna plug this into the 12-volt battery thing. Obviously, I'm gonna have to turn the car on. Let's turn the battery on for a little bit. There we go. Now, I will start. Oh, this thing's pretty powerful. Nice. So vacuuming the car, and then we'll detail the inside. Sorry, I gotta get rid of my keys here. Holy crap. Alright, so these will fall on the seat. Now, making the interior as clean as possible. I like to get every speck of dust. Rocks, everything. That's not good. All right, last but not least is the dash and all the plastic pieces and all the carbon fiber. So what I like to do first is spray down the cloth, get it nice and moist. And first thing I'm going to start with is the bottom part here, where your feet are constantly scraping. builds up a lot of dust. Literally scratch squeaky marks. Anything that's plastic, carbon fiber, kind of wipe down. Is detailer and protectant for interior. So again, I don't spray it directly on the interior because, you know, it pulls up in spots and it gets hard to remove after. So I spray it on the microfiber towel, and then I wipe down the parts that need to be cleaned. I'm not a professional detailer, by the way, again, just a regular car enthusiast that has learned things over time. And I really enjoy having a clean car and cruising in it. Wipe down everything, get it nice and shiny. All right, this is kind of a long video, but this is what's required to properly clean your car. I know I can get a lot more detail, but come on, man. It's Saturday, it's beautiful weather. I just want to clean my car, go for a drive. I'm not going to a car show, so it doesn't have to be perfect. The car doesn't have to be perfect either, but if you follow my little tips that I gave you on cleaning the outside of a car, you can prevent getting swirl marks and scratches and all that stuff. So let me finish wiping down the rest of the car, and then I'll do another full walk around of the inside, the outside. So that's the interior in the back. You can see it's very, very spotless and clean, vacuumed, shiny. Let's check the front. Very nice, very nice. Dash is all clean. Seats are all clean. The bottom is all clean. See it? Very nice. Now I can cruise. Just gotta, yeah, I think I'm good. Let's close the doors. Do another walk around. Look how clean. Beautiful, clean RS3. Nardo gray. I'm gonna take it somewhere on a nice road. Try to do a nice review of the car. Nice and clean. My brother standing behind the car there. Yeah. Let's check out the passenger side. So I've been here for about an hour and a half. I don't know, I did this pretty quick. I don't waste time. But everything, I cleaned every possible part of the car that I could clean, except underneath it. Nice and clean, see? Beautiful, beautiful interior on the RS3. Like carbon fiber here, carbon fiber there. It's beautiful, look at that dash. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.